Today we're adding LED to a boat. We're going to start off by doing it inside these cup holders. I got these off Amazon. I'll link to them below. But as you can see in the bottom, they have a ring where they've done LEDs. Now they've just done blue, and that's all I'm going to do is blue because all my other LEDs are blue. But you can purchase them where you do RGB, you get all the colors, or even RGBW where you get a bright white light. But I'm just doing blue. I've started off because I want to make these to where they come out. The original ones, as you can see here, here, there, and there, they were siliconed in, and it was a nightmare getting them out. So I'm going to try and find some way to make them where they come out a little bit easier. But anyway, so I didn't want to really hardwire them in, so I've put crimps on them, blades, and then as you'll notice on the hot one, on this end I did the male. That way when they come apart, the other end will have the female on it and you won't have that live end. So since there's 4 of them, I'm building spacer wire basically. So this wire will go to the power wire that goes to the switch, and then I've crimped 2 wires together that'll go to 2 cups, and I will do the same for the ground side, and I'll show you how I did this. And then I'll build another one of these for the bottom one, and then I will permanently crimp it with one of these to the power wire, because this never needs to come off. But if I ever want to remove the cups, then I can just unplug them. As you can see, they'll plug in right there. Let's build the other one. So we'll begin by taking our wire, and I've basically cut 3 of these. Trim a piece off. And no, I don't use my teeth. And then I have this tool. You can see the red, green, and yellow. It's for the different gauge wires that are listed right there. And it's just a ratchet. It ratchets. Let's go. Tight. Same for this one. I will list all these tools in the description below. You can do them with different tools. I just find these to be the fastest, easiest, and repeatable. These are also heat shrink, so I will heat these too. Now on the other end, I tend to make them just a little longer, and you'll see why in just a second. Because these actually probably should go into a yellow connector for their size. But because I'm going to the single wire on the other end, I'm using the blue. Kind of spiral that in there. Again, crimp and test. Always test. You don't want to get it down in there and find that one came apart. And I'm going to do this one a little longer. I did that one normal length because see now it's just going to be a single in there. Oops, I missed the ratchet, so you go till it releases. Now take the two pieces individually. There. So see now we've made one into two, and then two into four, and each one of them goes to a cup. And these wires are tremendously bigger in diameter. The gauge is sufficient to hold, it's just LED lights. So there's not a whole lot of amp draw, but you do want to kind of figure that into your calculation. To slightly melt your crimps or your shrink tube. See how it's shrinking up? Shrink it up, and that's it. Now repeat this with the ground wire, and then we will go under there and we will wire all this up. So here are the top two holes, and then so the fuse and everything that we're going to use and the switches are right there. I found one that's been actually unutilized right now. So I've run wires, there they are right there, through, up under there, hard to tell, into that bundle, to the hole, and then I've run them through this console here, and here they are. So now I will crimp, I've just got them taped together to make them easier to pull. My quad wires will go to the red, and then I'll build another set for the black. So here, as you see, we have our spider web. There is the positive, 2, 1 into 2, 2 into 4, negative, and I did go to the yellows because my grounds are bigger, just because that's the wire I had. 2 into 4. Now I'm going to go through, and I'm just going to one by one connect red to red, black to black, and put the 4 down in there, and then we'll move under the dash, which is, as you can see, a very tight space. Okay, so this is under the dash. I don't know how well my focus is going to work, but this is the switch panel. I've decided to go with the cockpit lights so they all light up together. Eventually I may move it over to accessories so the LEDs work by themselves, and then I can have regular lighting. But for now, it's this switch right here, which goes to this fuse bus, and then there's the ground block. Sorry, my hand's causing it to not focus. And there's the, so over there's the ground block. So what I'm going to do is I'll hook the hot lead, the red one, I'll just make a screw ring terminal and I'll put it right here, and then I'll run the ground over there, and then when I activate the switch, it ought to be good. My wiring that I told you was not correct. Going straight to that fuse panel was consistent hot. I should have checked. Usually I meter that stuff. I didn't. I got lazy. So I just took that wire off the fuse block and I went straight to the switch. And now, there they are. Turn on cockpit lights. And there they are. Frosted these at the same time. Yeah, it's dirty. I've been working on it today. Those were just LED lights I bought off eBay. I can let those blow too. And if you have a full water bottle, they usually glow, but that one's empty. But there it is.